Johnny Mirror here, and welcome to a brand new tier list. Today, we're gonna be looking at every rapper in 2024 at least. They don't have to release music or drop an album in 2024. I'm just going off of my 2024 opinions of them. So like, where are they at on a tier list right now? And look, this is gonna be my very first music content that I'm ever making. And you know, this is something different. I've never really done this before. And I'm really excited to do it. See, I've been producing music now for well over a year. Of course, I have a lot more to go. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface with it. And yeah, I've been producing music for a long time now, and I've gotten 10 times more into music just in general over the last year. And mostly due to hip-hop. I absolutely love hip-hop. It's my favorite genre. It's really the only genre I listen to. There are a couple other genres, but I barely listen to those, very rarely. And yeah, really I just listen to hip-hop, and now I've gotten to the point where I just choose an artist I haven't listened to yet, and I just go through their entire discography and just see what I like. And I feel like I've done that with so many artists now that I feel like I can put a large amount of them on a tier list. Now, there still are some artists that I haven't listened to, and some of them that I should. So there will be some that I put in, like, haven't heard yet, and you'll be like, how have you not heard of him? And yeah, you're gonna see there. So this tier list is gonna give you a good gist of the kind of music I like, the quality, the aspects of a rapper I look for, and what I haven't heard yet. So let's get to it. All right, starting with 24kGoldn. what a weird start. I think this is kind of in alphabetical order, kind of. I added one to this tier list because he wasn't on here, and he's one of my favorites. And you probably just saw who I just moved. But anyway, all right, let's get started with 24kGoldn. So I actually really do like 24kGoldn. I'm just gonna go ahead and put him in solid. I think he's a really good artist. I really love Valentino, Prada. Those are like my two absolute favorites. But of course, you have the straight bangers like Mood. And stuff like that, and I really do like him. The problem is I don't listen to him frequently, and outside of some of those, I don't like a whole lot of what he does. But that's just like a personal preference. I don't think he makes bad music in any sense of the word. And this tier list is gonna be weird because it like you almost cannot judge music like objectively because everybody listens to music differently, and everybody has different tastes to like by miles. So it's like I don't think 24kGoldn's bad, like, at all, and I don't see why anybody should call him bad. It's just, if it's not your music, it's not your music. And I do think majority of his music is not stuff that I personally listen to on a frequent basis, but he does have those songs that I really do enjoy. So I'm gonna put him at solid. Yeah, I think he's just very consistent. 50 Cent, I mean, come on now. He's a legend. Now, I don't personally listen to 50 Cent a whole lot, but I mean, come on. He has some of the most iconic bangers in all of hip-hop. I'm going to put him in fire. I mean, that's just what he is, just straight fire. Absolutely love 50 Cent. My favorite song of his actually is going to be a really crazy one. It's actually with Roddy Ricch and Pop Smoke. The Woo, I think, right? Is it Meet the Woo or The Woo? No, it's The Woo. Yeah, I absolutely love him in that. 6ix9ine, trash. I mean, yeah, 6ix9ine. I'm sorry, 6ix9ine. It just does not make music I like whatsoever. A Boogie with the Hoodie. So here's what's really hard. There's only really one song that I really love from him, but that's not because I think he makes bad music. It's not the music I personally listen to, again, on a frequent basis. So I'm going to put him kind of on the same tier as 24kGoldn. Now, I will say, the song I like from A Boogie with the Hoodie is Me and My Guitar. That is one of my favorite songs ever. So that does kind of carry it to a certain degree, but outside of that one song, I really don't listen to anything else. So I can't really put him any higher, otherwise I'd kind of be just lying, being super biased. But yeah, I do think him and 24kGoldn I kind of put just in a same tier, not even on a tier list, just in terms of their music, I just put them on the same tier. So I'm gonna put them on the same team here. Biggie Smalls, again, another legend. These legends. Now I will say because I've kind of grown up with a lot more modern rap and I've recently got into hip hop way more. I am much more a modern hip hop kind of guy. But you almost cannot put any legend lower than Fire. You just can't. Biggie Smalls is one of the GOATs. I'm not going to put him in my GOATed, per se. My GOATed, everyone's going to disagree with. Because, like I just said, I'm more of a modern guy, right? And this tier list is completely opinion-wise, completely biased. And so, yeah. Now, for me to put them in GOATed, I'm going to have to kind of be objective. I'm not just going to put Nardo Wick in GOATed. Even though Nardo Wick is my personal favorite rapper right now. I'm not going to put him in GOATed. Because he's nowhere reached the GOAT tier. He's still new and he still has a lot to improve on. But Blueface. Speaking of GOATed, no. I really want to put him trash. But like, there's that one song. I can't even think of the name of it right now. The song playing right now in the background is fire. Sorry, just had to listen to that. The left, right, let me see you do it. Left, do it, right, dude. That's a banger. Come on. It is the best, worst song ever. Do I think he's better than 6ix9ine? No. I think they are both equally as trash. I'm gonna put him trash. 6ix9ine has a couple songs that they have like some neat beats, some neat flows, but still bad. Cardi B, hit or miss. Very hit or miss in my opinion. A lot of her raps feel the same to me, which is that way with a lot of artists, but for me, her style is not something I personally resonate or can vibe with. So for me, a hit or miss. Of course, she has her bangers, but she also has her trash in my opinion. So yeah, hit or miss for Cardi B. Playboi Carti. So here's the problem for this one. I don't feel like there are some. I like his style. And a lot of features he's in, I do like his feature. But I have not been a huge fan of the albums I've listened of his. And therefore, I gotta go with. This is gonna trigger everybody. But personally, I'm listening to 24K Golden and Boogie with the Hoodie before Playboi Carti right now. That's just me personally because I don't know. Some of his production is just too much at times. And so yeah, for me, I've got to go ahead. It's gonna trigger everybody because everybody loves Playboi Carti. Like anytime Playboi Carti hops on a track or drops something, it's like God's come down from heaven to bless us all because like everybody goes crazy for Playboi Carti. And to be honest, I can understand why. Like again, like things he's been in, like I'm not gonna say the word because we're a PG channel. Well, for the most part, when we listen to music, it's not gonna. Yeah. I'm personally not gonna say those words. But the track with Future and Travis Scott on "We Don't Trust You" album was a banger. I think he did amazing on it. Carnival, of course, he was amazing on. Yeah, man, Playboi Carti, interesting one. Chance the Rapper, I have yet to actually listen to Chance the Rapper. It's just, I know of Chance the Rapper. I've heard some of his songs, but I can't exactly tell you which ones because I just don't remember. It's been so long, and I have not listened to him enough to even have an opinion on him. Cordae, same thing goes with him. I've yet to listen to him, but I've heard really, really good things about both of these, so I'm definitely going to check them out soon. If they drop anything, I'm going to react to that stuff. You already know how it is. Ice Cube. Again, a legend. That's just fire. Again. DaBaby. Okay. Look. I don't understand the hate DaBaby gets. Okay? I get it. A lot of his stuff is kind of bad. I think he's solid, dude. And if you listen to a lot of his freestyles, he really just goes crazy on the mic. I am putting DaBaby higher than Playboi Carti. That is Uh, yeah, you know, life's full of disappointments, and this is one of those moments. Look, I rock with the baby. I ain't gonna lie. I rock with him for sure. Denzel Curry, again, another artist I've really yet to listen to. Designer, trash. Panda's great, and even then, it's okay. Doja Cat, look, she's weird. Doja Cat is weird as all ever. I don't know what goes on inside her brain sometimes. Oh, hey, yeah. Sorry, this beat going crazy. Doja Cat is on something 24/7, but she's fire, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I rock with a lot of her music. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. That one song, can't think of I can't think of the name right. It's from the Elvis movie. Dog or something like yeah, I don't know. Hound Dog, is that it? Hound Dog? Dude, the song Vegas. Vegas is the name of it, I think. Song is gas. Song is gas. Young Dolph, another one I've yet to listen to. I've heard good things of Young Dolph though, so I really do want to I want to listen to him. MF Doom, another one I've heard like he's one of the best like lyricists, and so I really want to listen to him. And his like little helmet thing is so iconic. Lil Durk, I think Lil Durk's fire. I've recently started listening to a lot of Lil Durk, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I think his two most recent albums, studio albums, of course, 7220, right? I think that's the numbers. Let me. I'm pretty sure that is it. And then Almost Healed, I think were very, very strong albums. I'm very excited to see what's next for Lil Durk. I think he has some of the best collabs as well. His stuff with Morgan Wallen is gas. Anything he's featured on, he pretty much kills. The features he brings along fit really well. I truly do think he is just a very, very good hip hop artist right now. The only problem with him is the topics he talks about sometimes are just very intense. Very, very intense stuff. If you guys listen to him, you guys know what I'm talking about. Eazy-E, not heard of him. Yeah. Well, I have heard of him. I haven't listened to him. Eminem, he goes in my goated tier. I personally, see, goated, the goated tier for me is not necessarily my favorites, okay? My favorites are completely different than my goated tier. My favorites are ones that I personally, now now there is a couple in the goated tier that are some of my favorites, and they're just gonna go in goated. But Eminem is not personally in my top 5. I don't listen to him very often. I don't, I don't like say he's one of my favorites, but he is one of my goats. If I had to make a top 5 hip hop artist, he is one that I think is top 5. He's just Eminem. Come on now. Do I really have to say anymore? ASAP Ferg, haven't listened to him. French Montana, dude. He's hit or miss. He has some songs I really do like, but then there's just some I could care less about, to be honest. It's just as simple as that. I'm gonna start rolling through these because I don't want this video to be super duper long. G-Eazy, I've heard of his songs, but like I don't really remember like exactly which ones he's been in, so we're gonna go with haven't heard yet. Childish Gambino. To me personally, sure, he's hit or miss. And I get a lot of people like him, and I think he does make good music. For me personally, not everything I like of his, but that's just me. Freddie Gibbs, haven't listened to. Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane, again, another hit or miss one. I think a lot of his mixtapes are pretty good. That's like what he's known for, is like how many dang mixtapes he has. I don't blame him. I mean, he has a lot, and a lot of them are pretty decent. And there are some songs I really like him in, but I don't listen to him frequently, and a lot of his songs I wouldn't say are some of my favorites or ones I listen to consistently. Gunna. I think Gunna's fire. I think Gunna is really, really good. I think Gunna is up there right now as like one of the hottest, like not up and comers because he's been in the industry for a while. But he's still a younger, he's on the younger side of rappers, and I do think Gunna is gonna start to slowly become one of the top artists, kind of like 21, Travis, stuff like that. Dang, this beat playing in the background is, oh my gosh. G Herbo, very solid. I personally, now here's my thing with G Herbo. When his features are so much better than his actual songs, in my opinion. And I think it's the beat selection for me. When I hear him on a feature, it is a gnarly beat and he goes crazy. But then when I listen to his music, it's like not those beats whatsoever. It's like completely different. I don't know. He's a bit of an interesting artist, but I do like G Herbo quite a bit. Jack Harlow, I'm going to keep it 100%. He's just solid to me. I think he's just good. I think he does really well, especially commercially, and in the general public sense, he does very, very well. He is one of the best right now. I personally do not vibe with a lot of his music. Yeah, something I really struggled to get into. Jane Smith. I've heard his music. I know his music, but like, I don't know. I just don't. I don't like any of his music, to be honest. There's one song with Young Thug I like, and even then, I don't know. I'm gonna say weak. Personally, I'm gonna say weak. Jay-Z, come on. Now, see, I have to think who are my top fives here because I have to think because I don't want to not fill out the top five on accident. I guess I could always move up once we have determined, because Jay-Z should be in the GOAT category, but I don't know if I want to put him there. Yeah, I know two other ones that are going in there 100%. I'm trying to see if I can find the other ones, though. Okay. Jay-Z, you... Oh, man. I think Jay-Z's going to go in my GOAT category for now. If I have to move him out, I think I will. But Jay-Z, I mean... Dude, he's just Jay-Z. He's a GOAT. I mean, yeah, there's really nothing else to it. I absolutely love Jay-Z. All right, moving on. J. Cole. Oh man, this is getting a little hard. I think he's going in my GOAT category as well. Wow, this is very difficult. Very difficult. I'm going to keep these three in. You know what? Let's just fill out my GOAT category right now. Let's just do it. Kendrick Lamar is number one. In my opinion, Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT. That's my personal opinion. I personally just think he fits every single category when it comes to rapper. I think he does it, and I just think he exceeds everyone else in those categories as well. And then where is he is the question. Where is he? There he is. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is probably number 3 for me. Those are my top 3. If I had to say who I think are the top 3 GOATs in hip hop, it's Kendrick, Eminem, and Lil Wayne. K-Dot, Slim Shady, and Weezy. You already know. And then I would say J. Cole, Jay-Z. That's what I would say. Personally, look, the only other ones I would even consider, I'm not gonna say because we still have to get to them, of course. Which Hang on. I'm now realizing this. I don't even think Drake's on this list. Wait a minute. Is Drake not on this list? I just think they low-key missed Drake. He's so popular, they missed Drake. Okay. I've just added 3 that I realized are not on the tier list, and I cannot believe they are not on the tier list. So we're going to go and start out with Drake. Drake is one of my favorites. Now, the problem is I don't know if I would consider him personally. Personally, I would say these 5. Okay. You know what? This is my tier list. I'm going to do it. Screw it. I'm going to say Drake is in my goated, in my top 5. Now, here's the reason. I understand he has a lot of L's. He has a lot of L's, and I realize Kendrick Lamar just turned that boy to ash. But he is one of the most influential, popular, most iconic hip-hop artists of all time. And personally, he is one of my favorites. He is in my personal top 5. So to me, he is a GOAT. I mean, he holds pretty much all the records. He is one of the most consistent. So to me, I think Drake is one of the GOATs. And personally, these are my top 5. I think that is my definitive top 5 right there. And like I said, I am more of a modern hip hop kind of guy. So I'm sorry, Jay-Z. Jid or Jeddy, however you want to pronounce it. I have yet to listen to. This is one of the ones I want to listen to like really, really soon. Like within the next couple of weeks, I really want to get into Jid. Joey B.A., yet to listen to him as well. Joyner Lucas, he's pretty solid. I would say Joyner's really solid. Again, I don't listen to too much of him, but from what I have heard of him, he seems to be really, really good. Juice WRLD, come on now. Juice WRLD is fire. Now, again, same thing like 24 and a Boogie. His music I don't necessarily listen to frequently, but when I hear it, I think it's really good. And I mean, Juice WRLD, come on, we all know Juice WRLD. He's a legend, and he's one of the best freestylers ever. And he does have bangers that I listen to occasionally. Key Glock, you know, he's hit or miss. To me, he's just good. Lil Baby, that's the first one going in one of my favorites. He is my either number 1 or number 2. I don't, honestly, as of recently, I've been really thinking he's my number 1, but I'm still gonna say he's my number 2. But Lil Baby is one of my favorites. Absolutely adore this man. Lil D. You know, I'm going to give him solid because he's creative as all ever. He's funny as all ever. As some of his older stuff, dude, is just absolutely gold. Lil Loaded, haven't heard yet. I have. I think he's weak. I just realized I have. During my whole Nardo Wick run, where I just listened to everything of his, it recommended Lil Loaded. I listened to him and I was not impressed. Logic, look, this is gonna everyone's gonna hate me for this. I think Logic is hit or miss. Okay, I was really debating putting him weak. I do not like Logic. I do not. And I know a lot of people love Logic, and I understand where that comes from. But personally, I just cannot get into his music. Some of his stuff, when he enters the pop side, I like, but I don't really like. I do not like Logic. Macklemore, he's. I'm also gonna. Oh my God, this is hard. Okay, Macklemore's dead. Not actually. He's not actually dead. I realize I need to be careful around saying that in a rap tier list. His career is pretty much over. He has some legendary songs, but then he has a lot of garbage. And then I listened to him recently. Something he dropped recently, I was like, this is just so bad. I'm gonna say weak personally. I'm sorry to do it to you, brother. Mac Miller, dude, Mac Miller's fire. Mac Miller is just dude. Oh, Man, I wish Mac Miller was still dropping music, dude. It would just be amazing. Mac Miller was, and always will be so good. Meek Mill, again, I think Meek Mill is fire. He just consistently drops bangers that I absolutely love. Yeah, I absolutely love Meek Mill. Machine Gun Kelly, I'm not gonna lie. When he raps, guys, when he raps, he's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. I gotta put it there. I'm sorry. I just got to do it. Machine Gun Kelly is one of my favorites. Pressure and The Sopranos are two of my absolute favorite songs I've listened to in the last year. Machine Gun Kelly, man. He's doing it right. Lil Mosey, trash. Yeah, I just... Lil Mosey, dude. No, thank you. Nardowick, he is my favorite rapper right now. And has been pretty much for, like, well over a year now. Absolutely love Nardowick. Probably like 2 years now. I need him to drop more, though. That's my only problem. I need him to drop more, which is why I'm thinking Lil Baby. I listen to Lil Baby on a way more consistent basis. But I still do love Nardowick. I just realized someone else, two other people who aren't on this list. All right, so I realized two more that aren't on there, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Future, I realize is not on there. Future is one of my favorites. He has quickly rose to one of my, I think might even be in my top 5, especially after his most recent stuff. We Don't Trust You. We Still Don't Trust You. He has been killing it. Future has gone up so many people's lists, and I do not blame him because he's been putting in the work and putting in the quality, and it shows. And then Don Toliver, dude. Don Toliver is also one of my favorites right now. Honestly, I could see Don Toliver becoming in my top 5, especially since he's dropping a new album this summer. Can't wait to react to that one live. Don Toliver has quickly become one of my favorites. And then the other new ones that I haven't done, that I forgot to do after Drake. Travis Scott, he's in my top 5 as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you my personal top 5. My personal top 5 is Nardo, Lil Baby, Travis Scott, Drake, and Future. Those are my personal top 5. Now, my personal top 5 for who I think are the GOATs of hip-hop: Kendrick, Eminem, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, and Drake. And then Don Toliver and MGK are also in, like, my top 10s, right, or around there. They're some of my favorites. Nas, absolute legend. He would be going in the GOAT tier list if it was, like, top 10. Same thing with Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Travis Scott, things like that. And then the other one that I keep on forgetting to do, 21 Savage. I gotta say favorites. I listened to too much of 21 to not put him in favorites. Honestly, I should just turn... No. Okay. NBA Youngboy. In my personal opinion, I think he's weak. He has some bangers that I really, really like, but I do not like NBA Youngboy. NF. I think NF is fire. I think NF makes a lot of good music. I really do like a lot of his stuff. NLE Chopper. I did not mean to say that. That was on accident. NLE Chopper. Wow, that was so bad. Oh, that hurt me so bad. NLE Chopper. Honestly, I could say one of my favorites, low-key, but I feel like I have too many in my favorites. And there still are some to come that I'm gonna put in my favorites too. I'm gonna say Fire, because not everything he drops I like, so I'm gonna say that. Young Nudie, I think he's pretty solid. Recently he's been going crazy, and I don't blame him. He's been putting in quality. Offset. I think he's fire. Same thing, honestly. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I think all the Migos are fire. I think they all are great. Now, you know, outside of Takeoff, do I think Offset and Quavo are like some of the best like rappers? No, but I just think they make enjoyable music. Takeoff, R.I.P. Takeoff. He was obviously the best Migo. And yeah, he easily was the best one. But even that, I do still think they were all fired together. They were just one of the best groups ever. Like if Migos was on here, I'd put them in favorites. Low-key. Tupac, he would also be going in the GOATed tier list if it was like top 10, but it's not. Fire. And he's not one of my favorites, I'll be honest. Polo G, I think he's fire. Makes a lot of good music. I just recently went through his entire discography and found a lot that I really, really like, so I think I gotta go fire. Pop Smoke, he's one of my favorites. R.I.P. Pop Smoke, dude. God, he just, like, out of, okay, I don't even know if I'm gonna say, he's the one that hurts the most to me, that we're not gonna get any more music. Like, every time I listen to him, I'm like, man, I just wish he was still dropping music, because his stuff is just so good, so good. Post Malone, again, one of my favorites. In terms of like just overall artistry, I know Post Malone's not really a rapper. He's on this list, but when he goes into his rap, trap, whatever you want to call it, bag, he's one of my favorites. Lil Pump, trash. Absolutely garbage. Pusha T, I haven't listened to yet. Schoolboy Q, personally, I was not a huge fan of his most recent thing that I heard. I'm going to say weak. Just my personal thing, wasn't a big fan of it. Rico Nasty, also very weak. I've heard her one verse on Speed It Up with NLE Choppa. I thought was, I like her verses. I like her verse more than NLE's actually, but that's like the only song I like her in. All her other stuff is like completely different. It's not good. A$AP Rocky, dude, he is fire. A$AP Rocky is super duper good. Roddy Ricch, he was really good, and a lot of his stuff is really good, but he fell off really badly, and a lot of his stuff now is kind of just hit or miss. I'm still gonna say he's solid though, because I do still think he can deliver some good music when he tries, I think. Rod Wave, same thing. I think he's really solid. His most recent stuff has been really, really good. Sheck West, haven't listened to. Lil Skies, I think he's also really solid. Some of the stuff that I've listened to, some of the stuff that one of my old friends introduced me to, I thought some of it was pretty good. Ski Mask, again, I think he's solid. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like a lot of his stuff. I'm gonna say hit or miss. Yeah. Smoke Perp, trash. Snoop Dogg, a legend, man. Fire. Sway Lee, also fire. He's not really a rapper though, which is weird. But he's still fire. The music he makes is fire. T-Pain, haven't listened to. Lil Tecca, I actually really like Lil Tecca. I'm gonna say fire. Tech 9, I think he's really solid. I think he makes a lot of good stuff. Dude, his flows are just crazy though. T Grizzly, ooh, I would say fire or solid. I'm gonna say solid. Some of his stuff gets repetitive to me. That's the only reason he's not going fire. But I do love a lot of his music. Lil TJ, I think he's fire. He makes a lot of good music. I've been listening to him a lot more recently, and yeah, he's just awesome. Tory Lanez, I honestly haven't listened to Tory Lanez. I've heard his like one verse on What's Poppin', the remix, and I've heard his Aiden Ross freestyle. He's really good, but I've just yet to listen to him. Trippie Redd, I think he's solid. I like when he actually goes in his rap bag, not his like emotional depression like drug stuff. I like his like actual like bangers, you know what I'm saying? Tyga, I have not listened to him. Tyler the Creator, see, this is one of the one I have not listened to him, and that is a sin. I really need to. Ty Dolla $ign, I think he's really good. I'd probably say fire. I think he was the standout on the recent Vultures with Kanye West. Kanye West isn't on this list. All right, this is a really weird picture of Kanye, but it's the only one that I could find that has like his name on it. Kanye's. I mean, yeah, he's one of the actual GOATs. But like, to me, I don't actually like too much of his music. But I cannot deny he's one of the best, one of the greatest of all time. So I gotta put him in fire. Lil Uzi, I think he's also fire. I think he makes a lot of good music. I actually really like the Pink Tape album that he produced, or that he delivered last year. I thought that was really, really good. King Von, R.I.P. I think he was solid. I think he was solid. I don't think he was anything special personally, but I do like pretty like a good chunk of his music. Again, he kind of says the same thing with T Grizzly and DaBaby, in my opinion. It's kind of gets repetitive a little bit. And honestly, I could say the same thing about Lil Uzi. I just do think Lil Uzi is a little bit better and more established. Waka Flocka Flame I've not listened to. Wiz Khalifa, I mean, he's good, but to me personally, I'm not that big a fan of him. I'm gonna put him in weak. Okay, I'm putting Playboy in solid. It does not look right having Playboy or Cardi in hit or miss. It does not look right, and I'm gonna put him at the top of solid. Yeah. Wu-Tang Clan. I'll be honest, everybody. I'll be honest. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you my opinion on them. And then X is a legend. So many good songs, man. Gone Too Soon. That's for sure. Lil Yachty. I think Lil Yachty's solid. There's not a whole lot that I like of his, but I mean, he's of course another super iconic popular rapper. There is a lot of his stuff that I do enjoy from him. Young Thug, another one that I've recently really got into. I'm gonna say Fire. I think he is. If I keep on listening to him, and if he keeps dropping, I could see him definitely going up. I definitely am liking Young Thug a lot more recently. So there you have it. All the other ones I don't know. I haven't even heard of them. So yeah, there's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna go ahead and try and zoom this out a little bit so you guys can see the full thing. There it is. There is the full tier list. Yeah. There it is. Let me guys know what you guys think. I know I'm gonna get flamed in the comments for a lot of these. It is what it is. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Jenny, out. Peace.